Right, so today we're back at this apiary. I transferred the double nuke box into that full-size hive at the beginning of this week. I think it was Sunday. Today is Friday. The bees are going to have probably filled the rest of the box with nectar because there's such a good nectar source around here. That means that they're going to be running out of space, which means that it's going to put pressure on them to possibly swarm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something called checkerboarding. So what that is you take every other frame out and replace it with a fresh empty frame, and then you put another box on top and then put those frames that you've just taken out back in. So it should look like empty, full, empty, full, empty, full, empty, full, like that. So if you think two rectangles like that. I wonder if I can put a box here somewhere so you can see what I'm on about. Right, let's get cracking with that and do some checkerboarding. Right, so first step is I'm going to take all the frames out of this box. I'm just going to stick them over here. Now this is full of pretty clean comb, so these bees should be able to move straight onto it and don't have to worry about it too much. So I'm just going to take all these out because whatever I take out of this box is going to go straight into here. I want to take half the frames out of this, put them in there. Checkerboarding is a super easy way of swarm management. It's a good way of giving the bees lots of space, and sometimes it can work if they've started throwing up queen cells. Ooh, crikey. These guys have definitely run out of space. Look at that, they're all in the roof there, and they're trying to make comb, so yeah. What I'm going to do is, if the queen is in here, and I put the frames in here, I don't want the queen to fall on the floor, so I am just going to knock these bees down. Oh. Yeah, these guys are absolutely heaving, so I don't want to lose the queen. She was a good queen and I marked her, so last one. Yeah, so they're already building comb in the roof, so these guys are definitely full to the brim. So put this on. So if the queen is on any of the frames that I put in here, she is contained. So make things a bit easier as well, I'm going to change that so it's the right orientation. Because the frames are going like that, so I want to just be taking them out. I'm also going to put it as close to here as possible, so any bees that I lose go straight into this box. You want to make sure everything is right tight together. You don't want to lose that queen today. So there you are, those boxes are right next to each other. So I'm going to smoke them down a little bit. I don't want to smoke too much because I don't want to push all the bees down. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and do an even split of larvae and food and stuff like that. They will naturally bring nectar up to the top, and this is going to be the top box. So they will bring nectar up here to the empty frames. So we don't really want to have too much nectar up here. Right, so that's comb, I'll put that in the box over there. Right. Again, whenever you open a box, and it's absolutely heaving with bees, try to take one of the frames out that's not directly against the rim, because if you watch as I lift it up, bees will roll off this frame. And if the queen's on there, you do not want her rolling out. So do you see them falling out on the other side of it? If that was on the edge, would have lost some. So I'm going to have a quick look. Don't want to see any queen cells today. These are looking really good. Really healthy. All the brood looks healthy, but they are very honey bound. The nectar is in every cell there. There's not an egg. So yeah, so I'm going to stick a cap brood up here. So you are, nice and easy. One frame done. We're going to try and take 5 or 6 frames out of here. It doesn't matter which number, we're just going to take some out. This is a pollen frame, lots of nectar. Lots of nectar. So I'll stick that one up here as well. So we're just going to build it slowly. Nice and easy. Take your time. This is full of eggs, that's what we want to see, and larvae, that's even better. If you think you might see a queen cell, just give them a quick blow, and they should budge out the way, but I don't see anything. I see a queen cup here, and there is an egg in the queen cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to squash that down. You don't have to worry if there's eggs in queen cups. You don't have to worry. It's only when they start making larvae that you need to really start to worry. What I will do though, because I have seen that, is I'm going to shake the bees down. Just a little shake. Doesn't have to be all the bees. Just a little one, just to get the majority off. and I'll just give that a good all scan. So I've got a few more queen cups here. Open these up. So there is definitely royal jelly in that queen cup. Doesn't mean that there's a larvae in there 100%. So I'm going to open these up and we'll have a quick look. So here are the queen cups. That one, you can see that there's an egg in. Don't worry about that. This one here, as you can see, there is definitely some royal jelly in the bottom there. So because there's royal jelly in there, chances are there is a little larvae that we can't see. So I'm just going to squash that down. Now, the good thing about checkerboarding is it can knock the bees out of wanting to swarm. So we'll give that a go, and if we see there's more queen cells next time we come in here, say next week, then I'm going to do a split. But this is just a good way of knocking them out and going, oh my god, there's so much space absolutely everywhere. I don't know why we're trying to swarm. So yeah, this is what I'm going to try. So I'm going to put this back. This is going to be one of the ones that stays in this box here. Next frame. I'll speed up if I can. A quick look, cursory look for the queen. This is a frame full of capped brood and it looks fantastic. I've seen eggs, by the way, so don't worry about knocking down queen cells or queen cups, because it means that the queen is still present if there are eggs, and it also means that the bees still have the means to create a new queen if she has left, so don't worry about that. It's a queen cup there with nothing in. Go away. Lovely though, the fact that they've got so much capped brood up here, and eggs as well, so this queen is laying everywhere. She's dying to lay more. Put you up here. So hopefully giving her the space by checkerboarding is going to really help her out. Okay. Look for the queen. Can't see you there. Now we're seeing some serious queen cups here, so much so that I think it's a queen cell. So shake these bees off. Yes, I wouldn't have been able to see these if I hadn't have shaken the bees off. There's definitely eggs, so the queen hasn't left yet, but here we go. Let's have a look at these. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 on the side here. So I'm going to peel them back and we'll have a look what's inside. Egg, squash it. Nothing, that's just polished a bit. That's why it's a bit shiny, that's fine. Now this one, they were sticking the head in, so there's an egg in there as well. Okay, so we're going to stop that. But I wouldn't have been able to see them if I hadn't have shaken them off. So don't be afraid to shake the bees off. If you know that there's another queen cup here. If you know that they are throwing up queen cups and queen cells, always be willing to shake them off. If you see eggs, then it means that there is still a queen present. So just don't worry about it, okay? That can stay behind as well. So we want to take out maybe 2 or 3 more. We'll see. It's better to put the more empty frames in the top. So we'll put 5 in the top, 5 of these in the top. There's another queen cup there. Yeah, this queen is trying her best to lay wherever she can. There's no wonder these guys are trying to think about swarming. There's 1 queen cell, queen cup, right in the corner here. I can't pull it open to see what's in it, so I'm just going to squash it and hope for the best. Put that back in. Pour drone. Right. I'm shaking the bees off. Another queen's in here, so I don't need to check for her. Lots of eggs, lots of brood, capped brood, brilliant. No queen cups. I'm going to stick this up here, because what will happen is the capped brood will emerge and it'll open up those cells for them to put nectar in as well, so hopefully that will be good. Oh, I thought I saw the queen then, but I can't see her. There's so many bees on here that the chances of me seeing it is very difficult, so shake them off. We're more interested in seeing queen cups. Now there's a good collection of queen cups right here. So I'm just going to open them up. I'll tell you what's in them. Nothing, an egg, nothing, and you have nothing. Right, okay, that's good. Check the other side. Nope, nothing. So, put this back in. We'll have a look at what's on this one. So this is nectar and honey. And one queen cup, interesting. So inside you, nothing. So they've made a queen cup on top of the cappings of honey. I always find that interesting when they do that. Plonk that you there. Right, so I've got 5 frames up there now, and that means I've got 6 frames down here. Knock these in. Don't worry about brushing bees. Chances of them stinging you is very slim, and if you are going to brush them where they look angry, use your fingertips. Bees can't sting through your nails, so you should be okay. And they're cleaning that frame up. They're doing a great job of cleaning that up. In fact, they've started filling it with nectar, so that's really good. So there we go. So with frames like this, where they've got a bloody great big hole, if you stick that against the edge, then the bees will make some burr comb on the side wall. So it's a bit of a nightmare. So what's best to do is stick that between 2 drawn out frames. So I'm just going to take this burr comb out. It's annoying, but it's just the natural response to seeing gaps to go, oh, bee space. I need to maintain it. Yeah. Some more for you. Right, so I've checked all these now. What are you? Yeah, nothing. Right, so I've checked all these now. There is no more queen cells in there, no more queen cups or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to checkerboard. So this is the easiest thing in the world to do. So now where we've got gaps, we stick empty frames. Easy peasy. I'm going to swap this frame with this one here, just because this has got all the holes in, and this one hasn't. So we're going to fill the top box first. Nice and easy. Boop. So what the result of this will be that every single frame that has stuff in it that's full will have an empty frame adjacent to it in all directions. So a full frame will have an empty frame here, an empty frame here, and an empty frame up here as well. So it means that the bees will go up and go, oh, it's empty, on either side, oh, it's empty. And that should knock them out of any sort of swarm response. I think we've caught this just in time, but we won't know until next week. Right, I'm going to put frames in the bottom. So we shook all the bees into the bottom, so we need to be a bit more careful when we put these frames in. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to gently push this up against the wall, so we've got a bit more space. If the bees are in the way of the lugs, because they like to stick their heads in the gaps, just blow very gently. They should move out of the way. Right, empty frame. Bloop. There it goes. Gently. Push it up here. Again, gently. Next one. Okay. Then a full one. Careful. We don't want to hurt the queen. She is awesome. Right, we've got 3 stuck together. Sometimes it can get properlised together, which is really annoying, but it's fine. Sorted it. So we can stick this here. Careful, careful. Oh. Right, so because we're running out of space now, I'm going to move this frame this way so there's a bit more space here. Because we do not want to squish anyone. So slowly but surely this one goes down. Remember, gently do it. Now we're going to move this up very carefully. Get out of the way. Okay, and this frame is pushed directly against this wall. So, did I check this frame? I think I checked this frame. It seems to be stuck in place, so maybe I didn't check this frame. I didn't check this frame, so I'm just going to shake this out. Have a look. This has got a load of drone brood there. Lots of eggs and larvae. Looks good. Lovely yellow colour. So this has been made from wax that has come from dandelion honey. You can see the difference there. It's a bright yellow compared to over here where it's sort of a pale yellow. Dandelion honey is excellent. Go away. Okay. So, when it's on the last frame, if it's absolutely jam-packed with bees, what you do is you just gently let it lower itself down just on the weight of the frame. When it gets to the point where it comes to the lugs, just sort of wiggle it a bit. Try not to push too hard down because you don't want to squash anyone, and then when it comes to here, just gently push it down. If you feel any resistance, stop and just see if you can wiggle it a bit and then push down again. You don't want to squish any bees, and when it's jam-packed like it is here, that is a very easy thing to do. So, let's move this forwards. Right, so I'm going to lift this box up and put it on top, and this has been successfully checkerboarded. So hopefully these bees will now see all this space and go, oh my god, we're full of space, there's no point in swarming, we need to fill all this area up, we don't have enough bees to swarm. Nice and gentle. Again, let's tap these in so we don't lose them. And then the roof. Oops, that way. And there you are. Been checkerboarded, and it's got a lovely new box. So there's so much space in there, and it means that we're not relying just on the bees to go up into a brand new box. We've brought the space to them. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. I've had to put my hood on because I'm getting pinged by a couple of bees. They're not angry at me, they're just interested in what I'm doing. Look at them. Go on, away. If you enjoyed what you saw, then please hit the like button. It'd mean the world to me. It means that my content can get out there further and find more people who may be interested in watching this. If you really enjoyed it, then hit the subscribe button, please. Have a look at my back catalogue. I've got around about 300 or more videos of what I've done in the past few years, some how-to videos, some other fact-checking and stuff like that as well. So hopefully you'll find something that'll entertain you or give you a little chuckle. If you have any questions about anything that you've seen today, or you have any questions about anything that you're dealing with your bees, or anything at all, if you've got a critique or anything, just throw it in the comments and I'll reply to you as quick as I can. I find it very interesting to hear what people are thinking when they're watching my videos, even if it's just saying like your intro video is too long or something along those lines. Everything helps. I'm still new to this whole YouTubery, so everything helps. I hope to see you guys next week for the next video. Until then, have a great weekend. Bye-bye.